Hi guys, welcome back to Canary Cast. Good to see you back here. We've finally got an incoming transfer to talk about after the whole FBWELS saga. It's quite a romantic one as well to get us all back on side. Shock, but there you go. Angus Gunn's completed his medical. Despite saying all that, I am pretty happy with it. Jacob?
We've got Angus
in goal. That'll be coming back. Definitely.
Can't do the number one bit at the end, so I'll leave it there. But yeah, nice one, mate. I've seen all the comments saying, oh, what about winger? What about forward? What about everything? Like, obviously, let's chill. Like, priorities. This was one that we needed to do. Whilst Michael McGovern was very, very good in the 8-9 games he played last season, he's not Premier League quality. Not really Daniel Farke's system fitted either. Dan Barden would be great for him to go out on a loan as well, kind of improve on the positives we saw from him. And then the other youngsters, Mayer and McCracken as well, do exactly the same. It's just seems to make sense. 2.5 million up front. It's a snippet, really. And hopefully that means that we can now start motoring on a little bit with the rest of the squad, because we are still very, very short.
Yeah, there is plenty to do. I do think, though, there's an argument to be had where you can say we've got one of the more difficult ones done early because, yeah, all right, backup keeper is not our most important priority here, but we've got that done first. And it probably is one of the positions that you would find it more difficult to recruit for just because they are a backup.
I do like the future planning as well. It would have been easy to go with Nyland, who himself might have not wanted to be second choice. But you're looking at it long term. Obviously, Tim Krul hasn't played at the Euros as of time of recording. But if he does come on, he's again not had a break this summer. He'll still be training, obviously, intensely. And in the last 2 seasons, he's had big injuries. So you've got to look at it and say, what is he, 33 now? You don't want to just put all your eggs in Tim Krul's basket whilst he's a magnificent goalkeeper. And also, last time, Ralph Fairman really pushed him on, I think. Yeah. Really helped him with that competition. Angus has had a couple of dodgy years, yeah, absolutely no doubt. But he was fantastic for us. 46 games he played, all of them. And he's the only keeper in Norwich history with 5 clean sheets in a league in a row. So you're looking at it and saying he was brilliant last time. He knows the system, loved by the fans. He loves the fans, loves the place. It just seems the perfect fit for me. At 25... Yeah. I'd like to see him go out and play, of course, but in long term, he's looking at this now and going, I can be the Norwich number one for the next 10 years when Tim Krul does, it's a phase system, isn't it, where Tim slowly goes and Angus comes in.
And with keepers having a later peak anyway, it does fit nicely. It all fits together lovely. Nice to have some competition, nice to have a succession plan. It all fits lovely. Let's talk about price then, Jay. So supposedly 2.5 up front, rising to about 5.5. There is the potential for it to rise to around 10, but I guess that's probably international appearances or something like that.
Yeah, what we're seeing is from the reporters that 10 million is very, very unlikely. And if it does get to 10, then he has done bloody well and Norwich have done well, so we won't worry about it. Now, like you say, 2.5 up top. It will get to 5 probably in the next couple of years in kind of instalments, which is what Webber does very well, especially when we're in the Prem. Let's not forget, we made this guy a £15 million player with the one season he had. And that wasn't Southampton overpaying either, was it? I remember looking at it at the time and thinking, you know what, he's ready to kind of make that step. So he's still got that ability there. I think he's just lost his way slightly. The Southampton move hasn't worked out quite as he would have liked, and then has had a couple of injuries. Stoke in and out of the side again, got injured. But like we said in the last video, some players in clubs just combine well together. Obviously, you've got that emotional factor with Brian Gunn. He's an absolute legend, great guy as well. And Angus seems like a great guy, fits in the personality well, still knows quite a few players from the first Farke era, even though they're slowly going out. But yeah, all in all, I would say it's a great move.
Do you think there's a conversation to be had about it being quite a lot for a backup keeper? My personal opinion is if he does do really well and becomes our first choice quite comfortably in a year or so, then absolutely fine. So I'll give him some leeway for that. But £5.5 million sounds a lot for a backup keeper.
Spent 3 million on loan for Fairman. So you look at that and go, wow, let's kind of compare and contrast. He won't be on the same wages he was on at Southampton. I think, again, you look at that emotional aspect, you're not really going to get that from any other number 2 in actually the world at the moment of football players, apart from Angus with Norwich fans. I think you look at it long term, it'll be a snippet. Like you say, if he's here 10 years, then it's 500k, isn't it? Like, you look at it in that kind of instalments, you think, yeah, you know what, he's done very well for Stuart Webber to get this done without any real leads. We're apparently interested, Brentford as well, but not too much interest in a player who, like I say, just 3 years ago was £15 million touted and has the ability to get to that level again, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair play. So how much do you think we'll see him in this first season, Jay? Do you think maybe Tim Krul needs a break after the Euros and he maybe plays the first few games? Or do you think he's going to be back up all season and we're barely going to see him, maybe in the Cup or something?
Yeah, no, Cup, back up, unless Krul gets injured. For me, which again is not the end of the world. Like you say, you have that ability then to, if Tim does get that injury or even a knock, like we do with Timu Pukki at times, if we play him injured, you're like, oh, come on, let's not. Like, if there is that ability to be able to bring in a keeper with presence, a bit of an aura around him, I think that Gunn name around, it doesn't matter really how bad you are or good you are.
Yeah.
You just have a slight aura, don't you? It does help that he is good as well. But I think Daniel Farke would trust him as well with the system. Probably not as good with the ball at his feet distribution wise as he was probably 3 years ago, because like I say, his game's slightly changed because of in and out of the team. I think he just needs to rebuild that confidence again, really feel himself back at home. And I think first season we won't really see him. Next season Tim Krul afterwards hopefully has again another brilliant year. We stay up. I just think the long-term thinking here is the best bet, especially with a goalkeeper, because Tim Krul gets injured, we all have a bit of a heart attack. I think now Angus is here, you feel slightly more at ease.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Okay, then, just to wrap up, what are your memories of him from that season he spent here on loan? I can remember that double save, which is incredible.
And the celebrations at the end when Closer equalised against Ipswich. He just feels it. That's what I maybe we are getting a bit too emotional about backup, but he loves the club, and for me, there's nothing better than knowing that a player loves this club and wants to do everything they can to see this club succeed. I think that's what you need. He loves the Farke system. He fits it well. Daniel Farke clearly likes him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have played him every single game 4 years ago at his first reign. Sort of Remy Matthews. If you're not good enough, you're gone. Doesn't matter if you're kind of raised up in the club. So he's definitely got that quality. And he just loves the club. You can just see of the Portman Road kind of celebrations where we went and won there. We saw that, and you just see it. You know that he loves it. And I think he's going to be a good signing for Norwich in the long term. I know that there's more important roles to fill, but this one for me was key in terms of just making sure cover just in case. It's good price for a good age. I can see why Angus and the club are kind of negotiating on his career a little bit in terms of it just seems the perfect fit very, very soon. So I think it's a good job. We now just need to move on and hopefully see a few more come slowly but surely.
See 8 or 9 more in the coming weeks.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's difficult with the Euros, isn't it? We seem to have found that. And obviously the Premier League prices and everything is just so difficult with negotiating. I am worried as we speak about the whole, everything really with the squad. But we will hold judgment. That's what we're going to try and do. Not going to break down just yet. Hold judgment until Webber completes the transfer window, completes the signings, and then we will judge.
Yeah, here. I'm feeling exactly the same. All right, let's leave it there for now, guys. Thanks for joining us. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be hugely appreciated. But until then, until next time, even, take care. See you soon. Cheers.